If you're a tradie, a franchisee, or a small business owner, chances you've said this before. I just need more work. If I can land that next big job, it'll be sweet. Once I get through this month, I'll finally get on top of things. Yeah, maybe not. We've been sold this idea that working more hours or taking on more jobs is the key to financial stability. But here's the truth. More work does not fix your money problems if your financial plan is broke. Let me say that again. More work will not fix the broken cash flow. In fact, working harder without a system can actually worsen your money stress, leading to burnout, resentment, and a business that runs you instead of the other way around. What I want to do today is break down why cash flow is king and how small business owners end up in the trap and what you can do today to take control of your money without working yourself into the ground. Okay? So here's a myth. More work equals more money. No, it's not. Let's say you take on 3 new clients this month as a tradie. Awesome, right? Yes. But then you buy more materials, you spend more hours on site, you hire a subby to help you out, you juggle more admin, you forget to invoice someone, and suddenly, you're busier than ever, and your bank account does not reflect this. That's because revenue doesn't equal profit, and being busy does not equal being financially fit. You can be flat out all month and still feel broke. So that's the trap. And I see this every week with tradies when I work with them, or franchisees and small business owners who are absolutely brilliant at what they do, but they've never learned how to manage the money side of things in their business. So what's the real problem? Well, it comes down to one powerful truth. Cash flow is not just income, it's what will make and break your business. Cash flow is the movement of money in and out of your business, not just how much you make, but when you get paid, how consistently money comes in and what goes out each week, whether you're left with a profit or just scraping by. And if you don't have control of your cash flow, you're always reacting. You're playing catch up, and that's really stressful. So your health, your relationships, and even the quality of your work starts to take an effect on this. Here's what cash flow chaos looks like. So if you've ever experienced any of these, you're in a cash flow crunch. You avoid checking your account because you're afraid of what you'll see. You wait until BAS is due to realize, I owe thousands or hundreds. You struggle to pay your own wage regularly. Perhaps you're always chasing late invoices instead of invoicing on time and sooner than you should. You can't take off time because you're consistently hustling to keep up. You've had to now dip into your personal savings, if there is any, to actually help fund your business. Does any of these sound familiar? Well, if it does, the good news is it is fixable. The simple solution to some of the small business challenges I see is a friendly financial plan. And what do I mean? We don't need a finance degree or a fancy accountant to get this sorted. You just need a clear plan for how money flows through and into your business. And here's how you can start building one. Always, always, always know your break-even point. So this is the minimum amount of money you need to earn each month to cover your business expenses, which are tools, fuel, phone, materials, subbies, employees, things like that, your personal wage, your tax and super, and any loan or debt repayment. So knowing what your break-even point is, covering business expenses, personal wage, tax, super, any loan repayments. Worth mentioning because that is the break-even point. Without knowing that break-even point, you're guessing and you're flying blind. So once you've nailed this number, everything becomes way clearer. Now, you can set targets based on facts, not hope. Now what we can do is create a money flow system. This is the game changer. So every time income hits your account, it should be split into different buckets. That way you're not tempted to spend what you should have put away for tax and bills or on your own pay. Yes, on your own pay, because you work and you need to pay yourself like you pay your employees. Otherwise, it's a hobby. You need to pay yourself. Here are some great tips for small business owners on what to do. You need to set up an income account where all your payments and invoices and money comes in. This is your holding zone. Next is the owner's pay account, where regular wage, you put your money in. It's a non-negotiable. You work hard, you deserve to be paid consistently, whether it's a small amount or a bigger amount. An expense account. So where your suppliers that you pay, or whether you pay for bills or subscription or whatever it is to run your business, that's a separate account called the expense account. Then, as always, and I say this all the time, you need to be putting away money into a separate account where you can get interest while you wait for tax time or for BAS time, and you need to put away 25 to 30%, depending on your tax bracket, for every payment for tax plus the GST portion. So there's no more panic. Remember, the GST is not your money. So if you have a $1,100 invoice, 100 of that dollar is BAS money. It goes into a separate account for the GST portion, then put away 25, 30% for tax time. Next, you have a profit account. Yes, even just 5% for each job or 10%, whatever it is for rainy days, for growth or peace of mind, gives you that buffer. And you can do this all in 30 minutes through your online banking. And once you do that, you'll sleep better knowing your money is finally working for you and you've got some clarity around what's happening with your money. Then you need to track your weekly cash flow. So this doesn't need to be a 2-hour marathon. I'm talking about 20 minutes to 30 minutes a week. And you need to see what's coming in, check out what went out, and update your numbers. Chase those unpaid invoices, because without those invoices being paid, you're living on the feast and famine cycle. And you need to move money into the buckets that I just shared to help manage your money easier. All right. Now, the place for profit is not just surviving. You work really hard in this world, but if your prices don't reflect the true cost of running your business, you're never going to get ahead. Too many small business owners undercharge because they're afraid of losing work, which I get. But if you're not charging for admin time, for the time for quoting, for travel, time off the tools, overheads, and your own profit, you build that into your invoice. If you're not doing it, you're not building a business, you're building a ticking time bomb. So you should be pricing with confidence, knowing that you are worth what you actually charge, and this covers everything that you need and not hoping for the best. Need help with that? Well, Inside the Edge, it's a program that I teach to help you understand through a pricing calculator what you need to charge for your business and why. So next, as I always say, is build a buffer fund. I say this with my personal clients and I say this with my business clients. We all know that some of the work can be seasonal or unpredictable. You know, a job gets delayed, a client pays late, or you get sick and suddenly cash flow like slows down or dries up or takes a big hit. This is why a buffer fund is crucial, because if you aim to build 1 to 3 months worth of your business expenses in a separate account, this gives you the breathing space to avoid making those panic-driven decisions like slashing prices and taking jobs that are really costing you just for the sake of bringing income in, but it's really costing you more, or taking those other quick, crappy jobs because you need a quick hit of cash. So if you start small and build in, say, like $50 a week, $100 a week, whatever it is you can afford, automate it and make it part of your money system. So the truth is, you don't need to work more. You just need a better money plan. You don't need to hustle harder, and you don't need to take every job that comes your way for the sake of it. You need to manage your money smarter and better so that the work you're already doing actually pays off and you're getting paid your worth as a business owner. So imagine this, right? You're getting paid consistently, even in quiet months. And there's no more panicked BAS seasons. You know exactly what your business needs to earn each week. That's the critical one. And you're saying yes to time off without financial stress. And you're watching your bank account finally grow, not just shrink. This is what happens when cash flow becomes your king and your systems support you, not sabotage you. And that's exactly what I do, is to teach you Inside the Edge. So if you're looking for more support and assistance and you're a tradie or a franchisee, a small business owner, and you're ready to stop guessing and start owning your business money, then what I do in the 6-week coaching program in the Edge is I help you set up a cash flow system. I help you price for profit. We help get your BAS and tax sorted. We show you how to pay yourself consistently so you feel like the CEO and the boss of your business, not just someone who's running hard and not having anything to show for it. And we teach you how to build a buffer, show you how to plan for growth without working more hours. It's really simple, it's structured, and it's built for people who are great at their trade and their business, but not great at spreadsheets. So my final thoughts: work smarter, get paid properly, live a less stressed life, and enjoy your business. You didn't go into business to work 24/7 and still worry about money. You started your business for freedom, flexibility, and a better life. And the path to that isn't more work, it's better cash flow. So if you're ready to take the pressure off and finally feel control of your business, then check out the link below and book in a call with me to see if the Edge coaching program is right for you. It may not be right for you, but if you don't take the first step by making a call, then I won't know how I can help you. All right. Take care, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye for now.